Hello everybody and welcome back to the EGFC Season 1, the final week. My name, of course, is Kevin Navik Dignan, and today I'm joined by the wonderful Upmind. We're going to be hopping into Game 1 immediately, Gus.
We got ourselves a legend in our first game, Ricardo. One of our first perfect games that we've ever seen in EGF competition.
Yeah, we got Siena in the red and St. Peter's University in the blue. And Ricardo's already going to get the knee. This is patented. He's not going to be able to get the perfect this time, Gus, but he is going to be able to get one stock with only like 13% on the board.
I'm already so shook. Okay.
Oh my god, what a read coming out there. Good grab overall, putting on the pressure, keeping on that edge. Tech goes for the stomp, gives him the boot. The Tims are coming out, Gus.
The Tims. And now, though, giving the Captain Falcon a big ol' hug, but here comes Ricardo trying to get the string off stage. Not going to work out in his favor for now. He lands it with the first hit of Nair. And Ricardo at the moment, not letting Elkins land at the moment, not letting Rory land at the moment. It's just too hard overall for this Bowser to even approach. Best he could do at the moment is just take one of these stocks to get this consolation.
Yeah, this will be the only... We jumped into this so quickly we didn't actually get to touch up on it, but this will be the only game of the evening. Of course, there's some technical issues over the, just in the world in general at the moment. But
yes.
Ricardo, was that a 3 stock? That was so quick.
Yes, it was.
All right,
3 stock for
going over to
Ricardo.
St. Peter's.
Although it wasn't the perfect that he got just the other week. I mean, man, continuing his reign of dominance, pushing St. Peter's forward in this. I mean, I would like to say this is a powerhouse matchup.
Yeah, Ricardo's definitely the St. Peter star player, right? Like, when you actually look over their list, the standout player, Ricardo. They do have a substitution in, Alan, coming in as well today. So maybe Alan will make some plays happen.
Maybe. But again, this is a best of 3. So we do have ourselves another game coming up next. As potentially Rory could get himself some sort of consolation in this one. Again, Ricardo with that Captain Falcon, especially against the Bowser. Bowser can do a pretty good job of trying to gimp the Captain Falcon, if I'm being completely honest. But in neutral, because of the fact that I would like to say that Captain Falcon has a lot of really good wide-winding combo starters, Bowser is just combo food. Like, we know that overall. So Ricardo at the moment, he's just a combo legend. So he's going to be aiming for that in this second game for sure. Navik, I just wanted to ask you, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just want to ask you one more thing. How are you, my friend?
You know, I got a bit of a cough, but like other than that, I'm pretty good. Yeah. You know, I could insinuate a lot of things in the current environment, but you know what? I also am excited to see the Town and Kalos bands coming out from Show Upmind.
Oh man. So that
limiting where that Bowser can go, right? Kind of taking out those bigger stages with kind of the side platforms, forcing.
Right.
You know, we could see like Final Destination. I don't know if that's the greatest idea, but I don't think it's the worst.
I was about to say triplats are pretty bad for Bowser purely because of his down B and his down air. But they are pretty good landing pads for his nairs and pretty good starters for nair into fair. But if I'm being completely honest, FD might be their best option, but Smashville also a pretty good option if I'm being completely honest. Restricting it to only one platform right in the very middle. So let's see how our friend Rory here can try to dodge Ricardo, as again, he pulled off the 3 stock at the beginning, pulling his team forward 3-0 at the moment, and he's looking for the perfect game, potentially trying to get himself an 8-0 scoreline before we even move on into our second matchup.
Yeah, no, trying to find that early scoreline, you know, getting those early 8 points is absolutely monumental for the rest of the team. We are going to be getting into game 2 right now. Do you think we see Rory managing to take a stock?
Yeah, I think so. He was pretty close to doing it last time, and I mean, Ricardo just came out hot. I think at this point, Rory, he's already a little bit warmed up. He already knows Ricardo's play style, but I would like to say that, but he picks the Terry Bogard instead. Ricardo.
Ken with the hat coming out. Oh, look at the combo starter coming off there. Gets the 2 light jabs into the up B, managing to find the cross up, and actually gets some really good damage in finding that stock.
Ricardo's nuts.
Ricardo's insane. This man labs with characters. He puts in the work, and it shows so much here. Look at that. Down throw. Okay, still gets touched by the Bowser shell. Goes for the low into the medium, into the cross up again. The overheads are really, really paying out. If this is a traditional fighter, the pressure is being put on at the moment. You got to respect the block strings coming out from Ricardo.
Absolutely. But Rory on the edge of actually taking a stock here. Ricardo rolls right past that side B.
Oh, the cross up as well. He just ran straight through him and actually used... Did you see him cancel his light into the grab? There is so much Terry can do. He just... Oh my goodness.
That was over in a flash.
I mean, Ken with a hat really pays out when you understand like basic fighting game mechanics, right?
Ken with a hat, you're right. You're absolutely
Blonde
right.
Pokemon trainer comes out to make a show.
Oh man, so just like that, we already end our game 1. Ricardo pulling St. Peter's forward to an 8-0 scoreline. And again, I'm gonna pull up the standings here so far for the season as we are heading into the last week. St. Peter's, Canisius, Siena, all battling for first place at the moment, with all of them at a current 5-1 record. But Siena is at the very top in terms of points. They have 116 points for them so far in the season, and 30 against, putting them at around an 86 point differential. Again, St. Peter's on the bottom of Siena and Canisius with only a 50 point differential. But I think at this point, they just went out this one, and as dominant as they're doing right now, they can surely catch up with the Canisius 69 point differential. Nice on that.
That's a lot of points. Like, that is an unbelievable amount of point differential coming up over the 7 weeks, right? Like, that's an average of 10 stocks like a week.
I mean, there were weeks that, the entire Siena team just wouldn't lose. Like, you had week 4 where Siena beat out Niagara in perfect fashion, everyone winning their games. I mean, we just saw Rory lose in a 6-0 fashion. He won that week in a 5-0 fashion to Fiction, and ended up pulling his team to a 29-0 point line in that week. And just looking at our last week of games, our last phase of games that Siena even participated in, everyone won except for Bivers, who even still got a win in. It came down to a game 3. So yeah, I mean, this is a battle of the powerhouses, and believe it or not, this is our only match of the day, Navik.
Yeah, I know. It's going to feel like it comes out in a flash, right? Because we're going to finish that first game, get ready for the second one, and we're going to be done.
And a little bit of an update. So our 2 other games that can be replayed, it's going to be Quinnipiac and Manhattan, and it's also going to be Niagara versus Marist College. Those 2 games are going to be postponed, while RIT, they have forfeited their games this week, which means that Canisius, they get a free W. So sure, St. Peter's, they can get this dominant win over Siena. Sure, they can win over them on that record line. But what they really have to aim for right now is, I don't know how forfeit wins work. Do they just get the 30-0?
So I believe that it's a 10 point if the opposition forfeits.
Yes, it would be. So it would be a 10-0. So Canisius would be going up to a 79 point differential after this week. So St. Peter's, wow, listen to this. They would have to win 29-0 over Siena College if they want to snag that first seed. So, I mean, good start from Ricardo, to say the least, but that is a tall task.
Yeah, I mean, that's no, like you said, that is definitely one of those tasks that's going to be difficult to overcome overall if they want to catch up. We're seeing picks and bans. We're seeing Siena banning Smashville for the first ban on the starter. What, so on a reply, I'm going to retort to your question earlier, Mind. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've been up to my own shenanigans. So again, I work in sports, so I commentate a lot of sports around the Florida area. Soccer, baseball, softball, things like that.
Yeah.
And I also work for the Orlando City MLS team, but both of those professions, both like work lines, those have been shut down for me, unfortunately. But of
Yeah.
course, still have my home here in EGF, and I also have my esports side. Right after this, I'll be doing some Counter-Strike commentary too. So I have myself, I'm preoccupied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Hopefully everyone watching at home, they're doing all right too. Again, unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, we had our MAC championships over in New Jersey. I mean, we were supposed to have them, but they unfortunately got canceled the day before. So again, for anyone watching and they were planning on attending that event, we do apologize. I mean, the situation was out of our hands, of course. We're glad that everyone is safe. We're glad that everybody is home. We're glad that everyone is taking some time to watch some collegiate Super Smash Brothers with us as EGF. We're getting back in full swing.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of our tournament is online, and we're ready and steady to go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to Pokemon Stadium 2. Who's playing coming into Game 2 now?
We got ourselves Jason, a.k.a. Alas, and we got ourselves Alan coming in for SP.
Alan. You know what I mean? You don't hear enough Alans in the world. I can't think of meeting anyone in real life called Alan, actually. Maybe once.
Yeah, no. The only Allen that comes to my head is Ray Allen, but that's a last name.
Here you go.
Yeah, but he comes out with a young Link against the Fox. This is gonna be a very rushdowny match for Fox, to say the very least. But if at the moment you can even see Allen trying to pivot his way away just to get himself in that projectile battle. And I mean, I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Allen is the Fox. So Alas at the moment, I guess just trying to pivot his way around.
You know, young Links, I always like to ask Link players why they pick a specific Link, you know what I mean? Because, like, young Link, adult Link, and Toon Link all have unique things. I think Toon Link is, like, the least unique, I guess. Yeah, young Link and adult Link both have very distinct things, right? But, like, Toon Link, like, what's Toon Link got that young Link hasn't got?
Say it again?
What's Toon Link got that young Link hasn't got?
I mean, I don't really, I can't really answer that either. I mean, you would assume that Toon Link, just has worse frame data in a sense.
Yeah, but
I think that would be the only disadvantage.
Young Link, you know what I mean?
Also, I gotta say that the young Link Nair, OP as heck, purely because of that frame data. But we already have an early lead here for Alan. He does try to make his way back. Alas, just trying to finish this one off. Young Link, a plethora of options now. Most of them up close and personal to try to take away the stock at 150. But full rage Fox, he's going to be able to put on a little bit of damage. And we already see a little bit of a combo. Taking him to 60% and still going. Catching him on the platform. Following up with an F smash.
It's in some good damage. Looking for the pressure here. We're back into the neutral game. Just commits for it. And that's going to be another stock. And I just got informed to answer the question up mind. Toon Link kills earlier. Toon Link has more knockback multiplier on moves.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's the only major differential, but Young Link has more overall combo potential.
Which in a matchup like this, I would assume would be a little bit better, purely because Fox, I mentioned before, is way more rushdown.
Yeah,
so you kind of want that like last second option. But even then, I mean, look at this. Alan at 159. He has himself a perfect second stock, and that's going to be the death. A 3 stock for St. Peter's again.
It's going to put St. Peter's up to 11 points at the moment. Siena just not being able to put their foot on the board. They're not even able to take a stock currently.
I mean, that first stock was so close. After that, it was just a clean sweep.
Yeah, no, that was some very clean play coming out from Alan overall, though, right? Like, some of those Fox plays were very, very nice.
I mean, absolutely. It was more fundamental than anything, but we saw some good strings. And then of course, the Fox Classic. just the running up, just the running up smash. Whatever works. But also, I mean, the ledge guard at the end, just finishing off with a nair, considering the fact that, I mean, the young Link, he already used up one of his jumps. It was just good reactions in the last 2 stocks from Allen. So, again, he clutches out the 3 points for St. Peter's for now. As, again, Siena, they're still in a position. I mean, they're in a prime position right now to hold on to their first seed. And St. Peter's, if they continue this reign of terror, they might be able to steal it not only away from Siena, but also from Canisius.
I mean, yeah, and at the moment, I'm curious to see where picks and bans go after this. You know, where do you take the Fox? Where would you take the Fox, Upmind?
I mean, with a Toon Link, with a young Link, I would think that, you know, both these characters have pretty similar map pools in a sense. I would think FD would be a pretty bad place to take that Fox. But I can't tell you. I can't tell you. We just saw a map with platforms and everything. You know, you would assume that the young Link would have a little bit better of a time getting those combos in. But, you know, to personally answer your question, Navik, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to limit Fox's platforms, to be honest with you.
Right.
Right? Like, don't give Fox the chance to get, like, the up air into up airs or anything like that. Maybe you do just go FD, or you got, like, I guess Kalos could be an option.
Absolutely.
Keep him to the edge, make the edge game a little bit more interesting for both yourself and the Fox, if you are the young Link.
And Young Link actually does have a lot of options out of those side platforms. So I mean, yeah, I would assume that would be a good idea to actually go to that Kalos pick. And we actually do have our bans coming in from St. Peter's. It's going to be Town and City and Yoshi's Story. Yeah, that's pretty fundamental. That's pretty good. But we're actually going to be going to Battlefield. Siena picking Battlefield. Okay. Let's see how this one runs out then. We are still waiting for Jason to get into the lobby at this point. Navik, out of that first game, I mean, what are you looking for at this point? Because we saw such a close battle off the first stock, but then it was just the Fox with full rage being able to kill a lot earlier with that up smash.
Yes,
what would you be looking for in terms of Jason?
Elias needs to play that zoney game a little bit more, right? With the young Link, he needs to be getting the bomb tech into the follow-ups. You know, zone out with arrows, try and find your spacing. I guess that's harder, but I mean, also that is the thing.
Look what we got. This is a total switch up.
So, both of these characters, I know Inkling pretty intimately, and Ridley's not the most complicated character in the world, bless him. I'm gonna say out of this matchup though, I feel like Inkling has the slight advantage.
Absolutely, I would say so, especially with these platforms.
But if we do see Alan here hitting some Space Pirate Rushes into some Wing Blitzers, it's Space Pirate Rush wins out against Roller, I'm pretty sure.
If I'm not mistaken, yes, it does.
So, if that's the case, then as long as there's some good reads and good reactions coming out from Alan, you should be able to catch out Alas every time.
Right. Also, I mean, just the power to kill way earlier, as you already see Alan coming out to an early lead.
Yeah, but good percentage from Inkling overall here. Just looks for it, finds the paintbrush with that F smash.
And we're already down to an even 2 stocks. And both of them, I mean, just trying to get these combo starters going, but great techs coming up from both of them as they both land in. Again, he's just trying to get these starters, trying to get Nair into dash attack. Realistically, anything at the moment, they're just swinging for the hills.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see Alan attempt to go for any skewers. No, it's not a move you see Ridley throw out very often, but it is an incredibly strong move when it does connect.
That's going to be it for the kill, the roller. Taking down the Ridley, but I mean, I don't think the skewer would be a great option in this matchup purely because how fast and how, well, literally slippery that Inkling is.
You know what? I'd like to say that I dislike you for that, but I mean, factually, you are correct.
You're a kid, you're a squid, man.
Yeah, you know. Look at the fully painted up Ridley. A true. Honestly, I rep that. I vibe with the commitment that we just saw coming out of Alas there. He just went for it. That means we are going to go to game 3 out of the set. And Siena's going to be able to put 2 points onto the board.
And not only that, but I mean, I would like to say a dominant last stock coming in from Jason. Not letting the Ridley breathe off stage. That's exactly what you need to do. That big body, especially with the kind of wide hitboxes that Inkling actually has in terms of his aerials. Not bad. Not bad to say the very least, but now we have yet another gray area that we jump into because we've seen 4 different characters so far in our first 2 games. I would like to see how these counter picks even go out at this point.
Yeah.
And also the fact, I mean, you would like to assume, you know, at least in a LAN setting, in a real life setting, the player who won the last game, if they counterpick their opponents, they get the opportunity to counterpick back. So I don't know if that was communicated at all. So again, I guess we just have to wait at this point. Jason, going to be jumping over to PS2 with St. Peter's. They're going to be counterpicking the Yoshi's Island and Town and City ban.
I'm not even sure. Like you said, it's a bit of a mystery now because they could switch characters again, and I have no idea where we'd see it overall.
Don't really know at this point.
All right. You know what? I guess we could have probably predicted that we would see Alas staying. They have switched sides accidentally there, so the Inkling is playing for Siena, and Fox is playing for St. Peter's.
So let's see it. Back to the old grind in a sense. Again, that first game, a 3-stock for a reason. That Fox, super strong. And he already starts off real well. Just so many up tilts. Jason not able to get out of it. And almost a good follow-up with a Nair. Oh, but that side B and a good reaction from Jason, but he's just not able to connect with those F tilts. Still more pressure from the
jabs. Oh, looked for the parry, but parried it slightly too early there and actually got hit by the last touch. Now, oh, good pressure come. Oh my god, look at that. The down smash is going to be able to connect. Of course, that hitting both sides. What a punish.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would like to say it's bait and punish, but I mean, I mentioned before the whole swinging for the hills type thing. It's more just, I guess, trying to read your opponent. No actual baits being dropped down or anything. But alas, every time, I mean, especially in the last 2 games, every time he has his opponent off stage, he's actually been doing a really good job on micro-spacing, at least near the ledge.
Now, alright, looks for it overall. I mean, even then, though, Alas is still... My British came out a bit there. I was like, Alas. But Alas is still putting in the work, is ahead of stock overall. This could be a good chance for Siena to start putting some points back onto the board coming into game 3.
Oh no, the roller already. But you see Alan, he makes it out. Gonna start a couple of jabs. Again, he has to make back an entire stock to try to put St. Peter's back in the lead. I mean, just the momentum shift at the very first game to see a 3-stock, and now you see Alas, he's putting in the work with this Inkling. Good starter. Nair into down tilt. Trying to follow up with an up air, but instead it's going to be an F smash. And now Jason back on stage, and he makes his way back with the roller, playing around with that ledge before even grabbing. Now Alan struggling. Oh my god, he just runs away from the roller. And there we go. He actually gets hit. And that's going to be a 2-stock, another 2-stock for Alas, or Alas. Oh my God, you got me, you got me there, Alas, and he takes a very, very strong second game there for Siena College.
Yeah, I mean, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Like you said, that's Siena now being able to put some points back onto the board overall going into game 3. They could overtake St. Peter's right now.
Yeah, absolutely. 6-11 scoreline. This has got, I mean, this got realistic at this point for both squads. And next up, we're gonna have ourselves Mike versus Zero Ace. Again, I'm trying to kind of track down what these players have done in the past couple of weeks, but because of the fact that we've had pretty much a 3-week break for literally both of these squads. I mean, these two squads, they didn't even play in week 6. So it is almost literally been almost an entire month since we've seen these two squads even play in EGF action. So maybe new characters have been in the back, you know, maybe just building, developing.
Yeah, I mean, patience.
What's up?
I know. I'm curious to see if Siena can get the narrative here of coming back. You know what I mean? Because it looked so dire coming into those first 3 games where there was 3 stocks.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're working towards it. They're definitely pulling in the work at the moment. Alas, coming out and showing Alan over there that, you know, you 3-stock me once, fool me. You know, shame on me. 3-stock me twice, you will not.
I see. And kind of looking at the record for Mike, aka Pango, he's only lost 1 of his, I think, 5 games so far this season. So Mike has been I mean, he's been on quite the tear for Siena so far. But I'm trying to see what Zero Ace has done so far in the season. I'll get back to you in just a little bit.
You're gonna do some research. Oh, he's running the numbers.
Gotta run through the stats.
He's running the numbers. He's checking out what's happening. Oh dear.
Gotta look into the back catalog of games. Okay, I have my stats. Zero Ace has played 4 times this season, and he's won 3 of them. So both of these players coming into this game with only a single loss on the season so far. They haven't. I mean, also Mike hasn't lost since the first week, while Zero Ace, he lost back in week 4. And he lost to Brett, aka Flapjack from Canisius. So, yeah, okay. Interesting matchup to say the least. 2 very positive players in terms of stat lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a potential. Zero Ace here, if I do recall, is a Robin player as well. So we're going to be seeing Robin coming out for one of the players.
Fun, but I mean, Robin on Wi-Fi. That's something that annoys me, to say the very least. Because again, ladies and gents, we are playing this game online. We don't exactly have, you know, the physical contact with the players that we would like to have, but all of our crew battles, they've been online, and there's been a certain stigma with projectile-based characters online. I gotta tell you, man, I hate playing against Samuses and Robins. They fit right into that category with me too. So you know, personal frustration from me, to say the least. Not saying anything about the actual players playing in this one, but God, I hate playing against Robin.
just play better.
Just win for him.
Just win better. Win more. Billy, how hard is that?
Yeah, no, it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
Just shut off their Wi-Fi. You'll be fine.
Just turn your brain off. Do dumb stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Don't actually think, especially in a matchup like this. What's the point of thinking?
You just commit.
Just commit. So, ladies and gents, we actually do finally have our bans coming in. Banning FD is Siena. St. Peter's banning out Battlefield and Smashville. And this leaves a clear avenue for the classic neutral standing map of PS2. So it depends on oh no, actually no, Siena's gonna go straight on to Town and City, so this should be interesting.
Town and City with Robin is one of like the pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
let's see how this matchup actually goes out though, because now that we know our maps, now we just gotta know our characters as we get into our game 3 of this final crew battle of the season. And I say of the season, but ladies and gents, we still do have playoffs coming up very, very soon. That'll be fun to say the least. Oh, whoa, okay. Robin.
My
not
favorite
being used.
character. Well, my second favorite character in the entire game is making a show.
I know this. You've
Piranha Plant.
You've shown quite a bit of knowledge to this character.
Of course.
So I'm gonna let you take this one for now. Zero Ace with the Piranha Plant.
If you
Mike
rep Piranha Plant, are you really playing Smash?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I would like to assume the pseudo DLC. I say pseudo because he was free for a period of time.
Like a delete, do you have to buy Piranha Plant now? I'm unsure. I could be wrong.
Yeah, me neither. I just got him for free.
Anyway, I like the use there. The bit of a reversal coming out with the prickly swing. Of course, being Piranha Plant's up smash. Coming into the Patui, looking for the neutral air, trying to find that pickup. A lot of zoney plays going to be used here. I really like the interesting thing about Piranha Plant, especially against swordies, is you can punish a swordie for doing anything to you. A swordie wants to hit you, start prepping Patui when they come in, right? Toss out the poison breath. If they play defensive and are looking to try and pick you up from the air, long stem strike them. You have the toolkit to deal with these types of characters as long as you don't let them get right in your face before you can press a button.
Yeah, and absolutely.
On the side of Pango just needs to be committing super aggressively into Piranha Plant and not giving Zero Ace a chance of doing anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, once Zero Ace sets up the Poison Cloud, he acts more or less as a wall for him. Because once Pango even, like, approaches, he has so many options out of it. He can hide in the Poison Cloud, get that down B going. You know, so much stuff going on. But the Chrom, again, a great rushdown character and great at killing. As you guys see right there, that's that F smash. Finally taking that stock from Zero Ace, but an immediate up tilt will do it to equalize things at 2 stocks.
Yeah, I mean, coming out, look at that pressure. I mean, look, the Patui, and then it's just gonna, right, charged up the Poison Breath, it's gonna play it on the edge, completely forcing Pango into the blind decision making where he couldn't see anything that Zero Ace was doing there, right? Zero Ace could have been charging like a smash attack and actually going for the roll bait. Zero Ace could have been long stem striking. There could have been all sorts of stuff going on. And I think that's why I like Piranha Plant so much, because you can mix it up so much.
I mean, you get... Oh, my. Okay, Mike. Taking away that stock early from Zero Ace. Very early, especially off of that first little burst that Zero Ace had. And even then, we get yet another clapback with the up tilt. So yet a repeat of the second stock. We're back to even. Only potential for 1 point for each side.
Again. Gets the neutral air. Connects with Pango. Is he going to be able to find the last stock here and be able to start getting St. Peter's on track, getting points again?
Could just do so. Again, Zero Ace has been doing a really good job of getting these early stock bursts. But I think after that, I mean, this is quite the testament saying this about Piranha Plant. Zero Ace has been having a tough time killing.
And oof, was it with the damage?
Okay, Zero Ace hides himself in the Poison Cloud. There goes the Patui. There's a Spike Ball. And thrown out. Oh, dash attack came out perfect. The armor was almost there. Oh, no. A whiff there coming in from Pango, but he rolls on back, gets the F smash, and Zero Ace. He was in the lead so many times in that entire game, but somehow Mike was able to take all 3 stocks first. And that's going to be our game 1
Yeah, good. That was a fantastic comeback coming out there overall, right? Like, that was incredibly close down to the wire until, well, I say that, but it looked like for a good chunk, we did actually see Zero Ace in, like, ahead, right? Kind of controlling the match and losing a stock every once in a while, but Pango managed to make that comeback when I think he was like 60% down at one point.
I mean, yeah, no, like you said, I mean, you say that, but also the fact that, you know, Zero Ace was in the lead every single stock. And Mike, he was just able to just get F smashes at the perfect time, at the perfect distance every time to try to end those stocks early for Zero Ace. And then Zero Ace would come back with the with an instant up tilt. So I don't really know if you can get closer than that. We still do have ourselves a best of 3. So a chance for Zero Ace to come back here, but a 7-11 scoreline. That's aesthetically pleasing, to say the least. 7-11.
7-11. Oh, dear. Teasing is the right word there, huh?
Now, I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
So in terms of just character knowledge and their move sets, you always tell me just like, oh yeah, no, I know a lot of stuff about, you know, more of the mid-tier, low-tier characters, you know, like everything about them. But what actually, like, what kind of attracts you to these characters? Because like you just named off like every move from Piranha Plant, even though it's a Piranha Plant. Like, what does a Piranha Plant even do in Mario? Like, how can it even have names?
I can answer the question really, really easily. For the reaction that you have right now, is pretty much the entire reason. I'll just learn everything about the low tiers.
Okay.
You know, but it's just funny because who else in their right mind would know that, like, Piranha Plant's forward smash is prickly swing.
I apologize. Yeah. I was saying earlier that the Piranha Plant up smash was actually up tilt, but instead the up tilt is actually the little the head wave, the head waggle.
The flail. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, gotcha. So apologies.
His up smash is called prickly swing, and it's where it turns into the little cannonball.
This is why I should let you name off the moves instead, man.
The Batui's there's going to be used to great function with the zone tool, fully charging the poison breath now. Goes into it. Again, could have played it a bit more defensively there. A bit of a bit of a bad decision, I guess is the right way to word that from Zero Ace. Could have placed himself. Long stem strike coming out. The Rob beam, the laser beam with that F smash. Looking for the Batui to try and get the connection. Doesn't find it. Once again, we see the gyro coming out into the Robo beam.
The Robo Beam, loving that name.
Oh man, Rob, what a character. Rob's another one of those characters where people are like, why do you know anything about this character?
Exactly, like how do you make a moveset out of this character? Because historically in like Nintendo games, he just doesn't have anything.
Yeah, so, he's a toy. But you gotta think, Rob came out during the era of Brawl, right? Where they were just like, well, he's a robot. So what are we gonna call his moves? Robo Beam, Robo Burner, guided Robo Beam. What else does he do? What else does he do? Well, he like gyrates like a. All right, call it gyro. Well, what else do robots have? Robots have rotors, arm rotor.
Right. Okay. Understandable.
Looking once again for the gyro coming out, you know, or which always seems to make you laugh when I call it the fidget spinner.
Yeah. Again, it's the you know, more cultured people would call it the spin to win, but you're on a whole other level.
Yeah,
calling it the fidget spinner.
Yeah, it's the fidget spinner. Come on, like, oh, I like it. I like the combo there coming out. It is true. Can't tech out of that after you get grabbed by Rob.
Actually, good placement on the Poison Cloud, knowing that, you know, kind of reading the fact that Mike, aka Pango, has been going for a lot of jumps recently.
Yeah, so these characters are oddly similar in movement, is the word that I'm going to use. Well, how you want to move with both of them, right, and how you want to position yourself is setting yourself up. Like, you have the Batui, which you could argue is the same sort of idea as the gyro, right? You're setting it up to try and follow up with something else. Like, oh, good DIs coming out from Zero Ace overall though, but
yes,
this looks like this might just be Pango being able to put the nail in the coffin. Oh,
Lord, man.
You know,
Pango.
He could have gone for the extra BM and tried to footstool on the Piranha Copter.
Oh gosh.
But
that's possible, right?
Yeah. You can footstool Piranha Copter. You cannot footstool Robo Burner, which is Rob's recovery.
Gotcha. So if I'm not mistaken,
because I know these things.
Because you know these things.
Because I know these things. So I believe that was that a 2-stock or a 1-stock?
That was a 2-stock.
Yeah, so that's going to actually put...
That's going to be a tie.
Siena to 11. It's going to be 11-11. Coming into game 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Ricardo's, lights out performance in game 1. Sure, it pushes them in the lead, but now Siena, this is where you get into kind of the meat of the lineup. You kind of get the reliability of this lineup. You get to the fact, this is why they're in the first seed. This is why they have such a great point differential, above the entire league, is because honestly, you could put all of these players individually and they're all very well skilled in a sense.
Yes, well, mechanically they all seem to be performing really, really well. So I think that's it, right? When you do look it over, we touch up on time and time again how Ricardo works extremely well and has been efficient many a time. But I don't think we do enough due diligence towards the rest of St. Peter's.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though the fact that we saw, losses from these players, the past 2 players, Allen had a 3-stock. Zero Ace actually pushed Pango to the limit. He was essentially winning that game 1, and then unfortunately, or fortunately, if you're a fan of Siena, Pango was just able to clutch it out almost every stock. So, you really see glimpses of, gold here for St. Peter's. But there's also a reason why they're also tied for first. Most likely by the end of today, if Siena were to win, they're going to end up in 3rd place on the season, which is going to be amazing. That's going to put them in a grand position to face off against the 6th seed, which at the moment would be Niagara. Actually, no. It would be potentially Manhattan. I don't know just yet. We don't know just yet because RIT, they did drop out of the tournament. They're not actually going to participate in playoffs. So we're going to have a 7-team lineup. So that might give Siena College a bye in the playoffs.
Yes, that is probably the most likelihood of what will occur.
So that would be just a great prize period for snagging that first seed. And mathematically speaking, St. Peter's can no longer snag that spot.
I don't believe
so. So for now, it's just going to be a slugfest battle between Siena and Canisius. Again, if Siena loses this out, although they have more points than Canisius, they would be losing on series wins. It would be a 6-1 scoreline to a 5-2 scoreline. So Canisius would grab that first seed. And if Siena wins at this point, they have a better point differential than Canisius. So that would be the tiebreaker. And even then, Siena won the head-to-head at the beginning of the season. So no matter how the tiebreaker even goes out, Siena would win if they can just win this crew battle against St. Peter's. So St. Peter's, they have control of the entire bracket at this point.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you want to be. You really, really can't be upset when overall you just have control of the entire bracket, can you? Because you go into a bracket, you're like, oh yeah, I want to be the top of the bracket, but when you're in such a position where it's just like, no, we just have the bracket. Like,
yeah. So now, again, we are just waiting. Now looks like we do have our stage. St. Peter's banning Town, Siena banning Battlefield and Smashville. And of course, that actually leaves out Final Destination. So St. Peter's going to be starting off on FD, as we do have ourselves our next matchup coming up. Let's see who it is. It's going to be Bivers versus Ramen. And Bivers might be. God, I don't remember what character he plays. Just based off of his profile picture, I would assume that he would be a Game & Watch main, but we've seen bigger curveballs. So now both players are in the arena. Navik, this is as close as you can get. We have a tied scoreline. It's coming down to our last 2 games, my man.
Yeah, I mean, we could see this even end up in a tied scoreline for the first time ever if these games go back and forth.
Right. What would even be the actual tiebreaker for that?
I believe both players choose a player to go into a best of 1.
Wow. That would be nuts. We haven't seen that yet.
No, we've never seen that.
3, 2, 1,
so now we're getting right into it, and Bivers actually not going with a Game & Watch like I assumed earlier. He actually goes to the Mii Sword Fighter, and oh my lord! Never mind the Sword Fighter. You have yourself a true Captain Falcon combo there on Ramen. Good lord.
Oh my goodness. You've got St. Peter's has not only 1, but
oh my god!
2!
You're joking me!
2!
They have 2 insane Captain Falcons. You have Ricardo, who came up first in the series. He got himself a 6 stock over his opponent. And now you have Ramen destroying his opponent right now against Bivers. Does have a little bit of an opportunity finally. A moment to breathe. Something that he just hasn't had for the past minute yet. But good lord. What a start.
That was ridiculous. I mean, and is he going to be able to go for it again? Is he going to commit? No, gets hit with the recovery there. The old sword slashing coming out from the link.
Oh no. Down smash almost winning, but instead it's going to be the up B connecting. No, Bivers.
He could have punished so hard there.
Definitely could have, but it doesn't happen. Ramen back on stage, trying to cover the ledge, trying to finish off this 3 stock potentially. Bivers on the other side, he's going to be able to recover.
Oh, I like the play coming out from True Waifu there. Went for the stomp, goes for it again. Yeah, True Waifu. I mean, what a name.
Love it.
I know that's not his name on the sheet, but what a name.
Right, it's Ramen.
Good old Ramen. True Waifu Ramen. I mean, that's just facts.
That is facts. That is hard facts.
Like those are as that's hard. Those are as hard as Ramen's reads.
You've got to be joking, Bivers. Actually, with a pretty good fight on the last stock, Ramen. You cannot deny the greatness that this guy had in those first 2 stocks.
Yeah, that was.
Have yourself a game, my friend.
Was that a 3 stock?
That was absolutely a 3 stock.
Yeah, that was a 3 stock. I'm like, was that a 3 stock? That went so quickly.
Right.
I guess I should probably presume that it was a 3 stock if it goes that quickly, but like.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
I love the Mac Esports Twitter account right now, tweeting out, updating everyone that the score, yes, it is tied up at 11, but after that game, who knows what happens at this point? I mean, Bivers, he did show actually a pretty good last stock there. He was, he did kind of showcase the fact that he can go tit for tat against Ramen when he's not getting comboed out of his mind. But Ramen here might be getting himself and St. Peter's University a very strong lead if they can close out the set.
Yeah, I mean, overall, like, that was absolutely insane by Ramen. I'm like, I want to see Ramen play against Ricardo. Could you imagine the in-house scrims that St. Peter's must have when you see those 2 going off?
Damn. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that was not just... And this is the thing that you mentioned mid-game. This is not the first time that we saw a Captain Falcon pop off in this entire crew battle. This is not the first time that we've seen a Captain Falcon pop off on this team. They have Ricardo that got a 6 stock earlier and pulled 8 points for their team. And now you have Ramen coming up, showing his own Captain Falcon prowess.
And immediately
at this point, outside of this crew battle, I want to see them go one-on-one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That'd be a serious pop-off game.
Right. Oh man.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's wild, man.
My county just got issued a stay-at-home order. Oh boy.
Oh, you're being like England. You're being put on lockdown.
Like you, my friends. So, oh boy.
Oh dear.
So I will not, and now I'll be staying home. That's for sure.
Well, there you go. Now you've been told to.
Hey man, gamers be gaming.
Gamers do be gaming. I was saying, for me personally, my life really hasn't been disrupted that much.
I guess that's what I'm saying. Gamers be gaming, man.
All of my work is like my office is my house.
Yeah. You got a comment coming here in the chat. I don't know how to pronounce that name, TS Yam or something of the sort. He might actually be in on the St. Peter's esports squad. He says that, they do have some nutty in-house scrims, but they're both really mild-mannered. Huh. Again, I've met a lot of Captain Falcon mains in my day. I mean, I personally know Fatality. I know a couple of my region. And
Captain Falcon mains always seem to be polite. Like they give you the knee, they give you the knee, they give you the boot, and then they're always there shaking your hand with a smile at the end.
Yeah,
right?
GG's, man. GG's. Yeah. Like what? You're playing the most insane character? No way. You're joking.
He dropped it. But this is ridiculous. All right, he's coming in. Nice shield there. Doesn't get the follow up on the read there, but good shield pressure. Again, Bivers is really being put into a difficult position. He's going to hit the side bay looking for the follow-up there. Doesn't quite connect. As once again, the Chakram there slow pulls it. The Falcon kick. The spot dodge from Bivers up mind.
Well, time to say the very least. And now he can actually boot on this comeback. From what we've been seeing from Ramen at this point has mostly been, more early percent combos in a sense, taking advantage of the low knockback. But now that Bivers is at a kind of actually a more relaxed point in terms of his stocks, he can actually start to DI a lot of Ramen's approaches.
At the moment, Bivers playing against Ramen. Ramen being the player for St. Peter's against Siena's Bivers. I mean, man, Ramen's insane.
Yeah, but
at the moment, though, Bivers is holding his ground a bit more, plays it patiently on the edge. Bit of an overcommitment coming out from Ramen here. Good shield pressure from Bivers, uses the Chakram to cancel out the Falcon kick there, making it clonk.
Good chase from Bivers, but he actually misses out on his opportunity on the tornado. Great spot dodge from Bivers again!
Yeah, no, he's really starting to put in that function. We don't see so many good spot dodges. He's going to be able to find the stock. Bivers now pulling ahead for the first time this series.
Okay, good start to say the very least, but now Ramen, I mean, you got to know for sure that he wants to come back with some real retribution. The uppie is right on back, right behind Bivers. Oh!
All right, good Chakram placement coming out from Bivers here. Looks for that neutral jab, trying to make Bivers forced to press a button there or go for a spot dodge or something. Goes for the up B again, doesn't find the connection. Bivers with the good NATO, doesn't get the up air though, was looking for it.
This is such great movement from Bivers right now.
Yeah, he's kind of... It feels a bit like, I don't want to call it a download complete already, but he's getting some hard reads onto Ramen.
We finally equalized at 2 stocks. We've seen some magic from Ramen thus far at this point of these stocks. Let's see what he can actually pull, though. He already starts off down throw into Nair. Now you have Bivers off stage, trying to get the down smash before he even grabs onto the ledge, but it doesn't work.
Goes to give him the boot, give him the Tims. Doesn't make the connection at the moment. I've been playing way too much Grand Blue, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if you've been watching any Grand Blue or playing any Grand Blue, but
I've
the
watched
Tims.
Grand Blue. The Tims. The absolute Tims. But here comes
a nice connection.
I mean, I'm surprised at that down air earlier. hit at a sour spot, but that down tilt sends Bivers so far away, and he's going to die for that.
Oh my god, Rama was actually going to go and BM after completely gibbing Bivers.
Had to make sure.
Yeah.
Up air, great up smash. Just getting that damage, following up with an up
the
air
Chakram connects though, gives him the space. Oh, but Bivers is just going to run and get the jab. He's going to look to try and find the punish. The Chakrams come out. The up B is going to find the connection. That hits a sour spot though. Doesn't send him straight up. Send him away. Gets that follow-up though, evening it out to 1 stock apiece. But 73% onto Bivers. That's one good hit from Falcon and it's over. Adios, amigo.
Rahman actually had some pretty good spacing, but Bivers has been doing an incredible job with these up Bs, maneuvering his way around the reads from Rahman, but that side B goes right on through the projectile. Down smash trying to cover the roll. Up B, beautifully read from Rahman, and that's going to be the set. St. Peter's now, they have themselves a commanding lead over Siena going into the last game.
If we see a 2-stock from Siena, it ties.
Right.
Or a 1-stock 3-stock, or a 3-stock 1-stock. Any of those cases would be a tie.
Right. But, I mean, this last one's going to be tough, to say the very least. Because we have ourselves captain coming up next.
And Siena's still in a very, very good spot, though. Like I said, right? Getting a 3-stock 1-stock, getting a 2-stock 2-stock is... I mean, you could argue 2-stock 2-stock is average. Right? Just having an average game against somebody.
Yeah, potentially, but man, I mean, I would you call it an upset if St. Peter's ended up winning? Because we were gassing up St. Peter's earlier. That's for sure.
I mean, upset? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
They're on pretty even standing.
Yeah, like I feel like either one of these teams could have come into this game and won. You know what I mean? So I don't think I call it an upset by any stretch of the imagination. Both of them are fantastic teams. And I guess that's what's to be expected, right? Especially when you have two teams playing against each other. We've just seen back and forth after back and forth after back and forth. The only, like, I guess, upset or complete shutout was against Ricardo. But Ricardo is arguably the best player on St. Peter's.
Right.
Like, from performances that we've seen during the event, Ricardo is just on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And Rahman doesn't seem too far behind it. When we saw him getting that combos off game 1 and playing with full confidence.
I mean, you're not wrong. Ricardo has been, I mean, with today, he's been perfect all season. He hasn't lost a single set. Yeah. I think he only lost a single game, and he was able to close it out in a 2-stock fashion.
Which is absolutely insane.
Which is nuts. Nuts. There's a very small amount of players. If I'm not mistaken, probably 3 players in this season of EGFC who have that perfect record. But otherwise, I mean, man, beautiful performances from Ricardo. He had himself a season. He was able to push St. Peter's to where they are right now. And with this W, they can at least get themselves that second seed, which would potentially be the quote-unquote first seed of the first round, with Canisius mathematically getting themselves the bye.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm curious. I'm really curious to see if Siena manages to tie this up. Sho's a very good player.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we've seen great performances from Sho in the past couple of weeks. Last performance that he had, however, he did end up losing in a third game fashion, but even then his team was able to win. I mean, also in the game against Canisius, Sho ended up losing. He won against Niagara and he lost against Manhattan. So he's currently on a 1-3 record so far in the season. So again, impressive in the games, keeping it close at least, getting his team at least the 1 point or the 2 point consolation. But Sho at this point, stepping up as the anchor of this squad in such an important game, has to tell you something about the confidence from his squad in his, abilities.
And we've got Shulk versus Lucina. 2 characters that I know very little about. Well, Lucina even less so. Shulk I know some weird things about, but like...
Yeah, in this matchup too, don't really know how this one would go out. I think the Shulk might have the edge.
I don't think we want to be seeing any sword dancing coming out from Lucina in this situation, right? Shulk's going to be able to put in some damage. He has the larger disjointed hitboxes. It's an interesting one because we need to see Sho being able to find the entrances, finding those commitments and getting the damage in, but then he just has to immediately going back to respecting and looking for the entries off of the whiff punishes.
Oh my, Sho right on the ledge before even landing, and oh no, the smash art comes out, and Sho, he uses up one of his jumps, and that's already going to be it for the stock. A clapback here from Nick.
And again, this is what I mean, right? Did you see right there how Sho used the whiff punish to get the grab off of the block?
Yes.
That is what we need to be seeing out of Sho this entire set. Is patience. Because if Sho tries to run in and just hit buttons against Shulk, it's never working.
Right. And if we're being completely honest, Sho doesn't even need to win at this point. If Sho loses out in a 2-0 fashion, and one of them just so happens to be a 1 stock, that's going to be the W for St. Peter's. So yeah. Sho at this point just has to keep things even, but that smash art, so tough. And
worst case scenario for Sho at the moment is if we do see Knight here, Nick, managing to get a 3 stock. That is the worst case scenario for SPU. Obviously, that's the worst case in any situation, but then all it comes down to is a 1 stock for
a 1 stock
Siena.
Loss taken into a tiebreaker, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, good start from Sho. Needs this stock. He holds on to that F smash. Landing there, and great up tilt coming in for the Shulk. The F smash not going to connect. Sho trying to find this kill. The down smash comes in, but the counter delays the landing. And oh no, the up B from Sho. Whiffed punish from Nick Knight. But here comes
what
the
even
shield
does
water.
Lucina use to kill?
What move?
Yeah. What button does Lucina press to like?
What button? Just aerials, man. No way!
Oh, okay,
there you go. Sho off the Smash Monado too. That's going to be the stock. Sho bringing this back at least within 1 stock. Back air with the Smash Monado, but it's... Yeah, there you go. It's the sour spot, and he's able to come back.
So even in this case, it's difficult, right? Because if the next game happens to be a very similar like situation, then we will... Oh god, yeah, no, that is... We're not going to see a Dolphin Slash to get that recovery back.
So if we see another 2 stock coming in from Nick, aka Knight, we're tied. So Nick needs a 3 stock right now to defeat St. Peter's.
Yes, or St. Peter's need to get Nick to a 1 stock to win.
To win. So this is the first time that we've ever been in this sort of situation, Navik, where...
Well, no, we've been in this situation where... I think it happened back in week 4.
Back in week 4. Let's see what happened then. So that week we didn't actually have much going on. It was 2 pretty lopsided wins. Yes, okay, you're talking about week 3 between Siena and Marist.
See, look, that was close.
No, you were pretty close. So, yes, so Randomain ended up beating a lot. Oh, this was the only loss that Siena took, and it came down to the last game.
Yes,
so yeah, Alas ended up losing.
And I think, yeah, the point differential was like, if Alas managed to get like a 2 stock at any point, they would have tied.
Yep. Something of the sort, but let's breathe here, Navik. As we're going to FD, St. Peter's, they ban Town and City in Smashville. No, wait, no.
Wait, no, that was last.
That was the last game. Incorrect. St. Peter's should not be banning right now. Siena is going to be banning. They're going to be banning Yoshi's Story and Battlefield. So in this matchup, in a Lucina-based matchup, I would like to see Kalos, but then again, you have Shulk on the board. So that would actually be a worse stage for him. So maybe a counter pick would actually come out here from Sho? A character counter pick?
I know Sho also plays Crom. Is Crom the right pick here? I mean, up B, into up B, into up B, into up B?
Yeah.
Do you think that's the line?
Oh, so this is how we're going to end the regular season potentially. A PS2 pick coming in from Show.
Ending where it all started. First game of the week 1 was on PS2.
There you go. There you go. But maybe it might not be over. Maybe St. Peter's can pour some salt on the wounds of Siena and potentially win this game. Imagine if they win this game, it's potentially over. There are a couple scenarios where, even then Siena could still win this if they still lose. It would have to be, if this game ends up coming down to a 1-stock win, a 3-stock after that from from Siena would end up still tying the score. So lots of scenarios going on right now. Let's not talk about semantics, however. Let's talk about our game going on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 on the board between Siena and St. Peter's. And then we're still going back to the Shulk v Lucina.
Yeah, on Pokemon Stadium. So if we want to see this getting ended, and then I'd have to ask Tyler for clarification on what happens on a tie. I think I stated the correct protocol, but I'm actually not sure.
I think you were right. That sounds like the right way, because there is no ties in the league. Okay, Show, he doesn't have an opportunity now, but the Shield Monado comes out at a great time, but the up smash read is going to miss. Show tries to push some buttons and it doesn't work, but instead he's going to get a grab. Waiting for the landing. Good. Beat and punish from Show. Good patience. Again, a 2-stock would mean a tie. A 3-stock would be a W here for Siena. Show trying to keep things even.
Oh, alright. Plays it really slow there. Alright, patience coming out from Show. Uses the shield. Like I said, this has to be used in punishes. We need to be seeing more counters coming out from Show. It's not a button you see Lucina pressing often, but...
Oh, that's it!
Oh!
Okay. Takes the stock!
So we could end in a tied situation, or we could end with St. Peter's winning now. But there is no way for Siena... Yeah, there is no way for Siena to take 18 points.
So Show now.
So Show only has to find 1 stock. So this whole game comes down to 1 stock on Show's 2. That's how Show should be seeing it.
Well, potentially. Potentially, yes. But maybe... potentially Show, if he does end up winning this one, again, like I said, there is still that metaphorical scenario where there would be a W for the Siena side. So let's see what actually happens, though. Show trying to bob and weave. He is down to 87%. Knight trying to catch the landing.
Mathematically, would it be better if nobody went down to 1 stock, right? And let Show take the 1 stock when taking St. Peter's to 18, right?
Yes, it would be mathematically better. Yes.
And then he 3 stocks and ties it up.
Correct? Is that ethically correct? No, but would it be competitively viable? Yes. But now Knight finds himself in the best position possible. 82% off the F smash. That's it. That's the kill. That's gonna be the game if Show doesn't win.
So Show just needs to SD.
Yes, absolutely.
Show literally just needs to SD.
Yes, that's exactly what needs to happen. If Show loses right now,
then Show wins.
That's our game.
Yeah, if Show just loses now, Show wins. Wait, this is the weirdest scenario to play out.
Right, it probably is the weirdest scenario that you're ever gonna see in an EGF format. But again, 118 Show actually gets the counter in. No way! Wait! Oh,
okay. I was like, wait.
I thought he was about to go 1,000 IQ. I'm like, wait a minute.
He's like running the math. He's running the numbers. He's like, wait.
Oh my. Okay. Show still alive at 118, trying to make his way in. Wait.
Oh, he did.
He did it. He did it. Oh wait, is that even allowed? Oh my god!
Oh my god! I mean,
so mathematically speaking, folks, we still have a game on our hands. We still have a crew battle on our hands.
Oh, what? That's unbelievably BM.
My brain hurts.
That's...
Wait. What? Okay. Let's run it. Let's run the math. Okay, so with Show winning the second one,
there has to be. It's 13 to 18. We need
it's 13 to 18. If Show takes a single stock in this next game,
it's over.
Done with. Close the books. It's done. But if we get a 3 stock from Knight, we have a tiebreaker.
What a weird scenario.
What? Unprecedented seeds.
But this could also massively backfire, because if Show gets the win, then Siena just lose more stock differential.
Right. Oh my lord.
What is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weird... Look, it's 2020. Anything's possible, as we've learned over the last 3 months.
Yeah.
The whole world could change overnight. And you know what? Sometimes SDing is the way to win.
Imagine if Show SD'd instead.
Yeah, that would have been the funniest thing. I would have been here cackling.
That would be it.
Could you imagine? How'd you win the series? I SD'd. What?
Jeez. All right,
That's
boys. Hilarious. Absolutely.
Sometimes the numbers just check out. Like,
yeah. Come on. Someone had to communicate that to him, right?
Yeah, somebody forwarded that. That's unfortunate.
Just like, hey,
yeah,
man.
I heavily wish I hadn't said anything. I'm gonna be honest.
You're right. That's why I was like I was sort of like, yeah, metaphorically speaking, it wouldn't be ethically correct, but
no, it's 100% unethical.
Yeah. Oh, see, like you say right there, the St. Peter's coach saying like that's like diving in soccer. It's unethical, but
it's unethical.
But it's allowed in a sense.
But
again, we aren't the officiators of the rules. So if there is any disciplinary action,
we'd have to have Tyler looking over it afterwards.
Right, over the rule set and whatnot. We don't know what the ruling is on intentional SDs, and whether that be like the situation you guys just saw, or even homie stocks. We don't know if that's allowed. But that's just metaphorically speaking. In my book, what just happened is totally along the rules, even though again unethical. 1,000 IQ too, by the way.
Yeah, no, I saw it and I was like, the numbers were there. Does that work?
The numbers
said it. And I said it like I said it, and I was like, I shouldn't have said that. I should never have said that one.
The numbers, Navik. What do they mean?
Oh dear. Evident they mean if you SD, you're still in it.
Yeah. And he was like firmly in the lead too. Firmly in the lead.
Yeah.
So here we go. We do finally get our bans for our third game. It's going to be Town and Kalos being banned, or I'm sorry, just Town being banned by Show, as they do have to go back and forth.
Oh dear.
I don't even know what to say, man.
Evidently don't say anything, because it will be used against you.
Right. Anything you say, Canada will be used
against you.
Oh no. Not like this.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Now we wait for the bands to come in back and forth. Show has already started the picks and bans process. I like the message in chat literally just sent from Exemplars. I agree, man. I agree. Oh, jeez Louise.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for realizing it. But that's
yeah. I mean, I've had it there. I had that information waiting. Didn't want to say it just in case.
No, you're the smarter one.
Yeah, you know what, Navik? No. You're the big brain. You're the big brain homie in this one. I would like to think
a big brain homie wouldn't have outed somebody like that.
Big brain homie.
I'm a snitch. Oh.
Jeez. Okay. What do we even do at this point? Bans are taking forever too. We just get Like, we just got a solid, like, 5-7 minutes of just stewing in that decision. Stewing in that moment. Okay. But this is still a game 3. St. Peter's. If they take one more stock in this next game, it will be over. But if Siena do get the 3 stock, they get a best of 1 between their best players. So Siena gets to choose a player. St. Peter's gets to choose a player. They would be hard-pressed not to take, if I'm not mistaken, Ricardo in this one, as he does have the best record out of the entire team. Looks like we're going Smashville for this next one. Okay. We get to breathe. We get to wait a little bit more. Players are pouring into into the lobby now. Show would be hard pressed to. Actually, what would be a counter pick for Show? Because you did mention that he did have a counter pick, but Lucina at least he has shown that he can't.
I was joking about how Crom Up B is a pretty good button.
Okay, it is a good button. That's a good button. But Show could realistically stick to the Lucina just to try to swing away a single stock. But in comparison to Shulk, I mean, Show really has to work for that stock.
Yeah, no, Show just needs to find one stock.
So a single stock. The entire first seed situation comes down to a single stock. Canisius should be watching right now. Because if Siena does end up losing, Canisius would snag that first spot. And here we go, ladies and gents. We do finally have our game. Shulk and Lucina once again, and it's on Smashville. Let's jump into it. Show just needs a single stock to take this for St. Peter's.
Yeah, coming out here. Cutting over. We've seen a good entry. Good opening coming out from Knight.
Right.
Alright.
Oh my.
Shield block. Looking for it. Again, we've been saying it time and time again. Show only needs one stock and this series is over. But right now, Knight's doing a fantastic job at building up the pressure here, not letting Show land. Brings out into the smash Bernardo.
You can start swinging for the hills. He's going to run out of it. Show did a great job of spacing that one out. Great up tilt, however. In the back air, it's going to be the full hit, but it's not going to kill Show. He does make it back, and that one is Show, only taking 26% off this first stock. Again, he still has an opportunity to take it. Good down throw. He does have the speed. Monado. No! Show! Not like this! Not like this! Are you kidding me?
Oh my
That's
goodness.
an SC!
Wait.
Is the script going along in line?
Not like this.
Not like this. Shield Monado was in 57%. Show on his last stock just has to take a single stock. No, he doesn't have a jump. Needs to get back up. And yes, he does. Reaches the ledge. Again, you do have Knight just swinging for the hills. Striking that Smashville platform. Gonna get a forward throw. The counter. Show has to up back, and he does. Another fair. More fairs. It's like the 1,000th fair that we've seen in this stock alone. Down tilt. Show is still back. Show is still alive.
All Show needs is one good entry point. 71%. Looks for it. Gets the parry. Oh my god, the online parry. Looks for the counter. It's just trying to find anything here. Oh my god, gets back onto the edge. I'm on the edge of my seat, ladies and gentlemen.
Into the fair. He's back. Get up attack. Oh, the shield breaker, but it's not gonna actually take away the full shield. Knight, more back airs. Does have the smash Monado. Still aiming for it. Spot dodge. He's back in it. Great F tilt. No way. The backslash. Trying to connect.
Yeah, good shield from Show coming out there, playing it patiently. Looks for the connection.
Now it's last hit. Choke off stage.
Okay. Oh, right, goes for the spot dodge. Gets the fair. Is he going to be able to find the second fair? No, plays it slow off the edge. Gets the roll back into the forward air. Just needs to get one. That's it!
finally done it. That's the crew battle.
Yeah, St. Peter's there are going to be able to officially take that win after some very, very questionable decisions from Siena to try and get the game reset. And I think we are going to see a bit of an SD. At the end, Show was able to find 2 stocks.
Go for it, Show. Go for it. Oh, yes, he finally goes down by 1 stock. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our game. The captain for St. Peter's able to clutch out a single stock at the end there in our last game. And St. Peter's takes the final crew battle of the EGFC season. And Siena drops from 1st seed to 3rd.
Oh my goodness, what a drop coming out there. That's if there is a bye, they just lost their bye into the 2nd round effectively.
Yes, Canisius snags that spot. And St. Peter's, off of that performance, they snagged the 2nd seed. 2nd best team in the tournament. Yeah, whoever knows Show personally, please buy him dinner, buy him lunch, treat him right.
Yeah, so Canisius is 1st seed now, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mathematically speaking and stat speaking, purely because of the fact that they actually won a forfeit game against RIT. Yes, they're in the 1st seed. Siena goes down. And we actually do have 2 other games, but they are postponed and most likely going to be played off stream. It's Quinnipiac, Manhattan, and Niagara and Marist. They're going to be competing for the other spots. Every team makes it into playoffs, but it's all going to depend in terms of seeding. Quinnipiac currently at an 0-6 record. Niagara 2-4. Manhattan 3-3. Marist 3-3 at the moment. And our final records here for the regular season for the top 3. Siena coming in 3rd with a 5-2 record. St. Peter's at a 6-1 record. And Canisius coming in 1st with a 6-1 record, winning off of point differential.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I appreciate you all for tuning in. And I hope everybody stays safe during these times. And of course, as always, my name has been Kevin Navik Dignan, and you can find me on Twitter at NavikCast.
Of course, it's also been Upmind. You can find me on Twitter at Upmind_. I'll also be streaming in about an hour, not on my Twitch, but on another Twitch, doing some Counter-Strike. You can catch up with that on Twitter also. But Navik, for the last time of the regular season, my friend, it has been an absolute pleasure to commentate with you.
No, absolutely. It's always a joy. And of course, if you want to follow with all of the updates and announcements that we make over here at the official EGF, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Twitch at official EGF. We got Rocket League tomorrow up mind. I don't know if you're casting with me. I'm not sure who's casting with me tomorrow.
I might.
But,
I could potentially.
I'm sure we'll figure out. I'm sure we'll figure that one out, and we will see you tomorrow.